started. And any special requests here in the space?
All the things.
All the things.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do something a little different. We're gonna start lying down on your belly. And if you'd like, you can make a pillow out of the arms and rest your head straight down, or you can turn a cheek to a side. You can wiggle the hips a little bit side to side. And feeling into the lower spine. Just slow down your breath. Whatever it took to get here, you are now here. And then from here, you're just going to simply walk your legs to the left. So the left foot will go left and the right foot will move towards it. It doesn't need to be big. Just pause, doing that kind of different stretch on that right side. And then move your legs back to center and take it to the other side. Right foot to the right, the left foot moves to touch it or meet it maybe. And keeping the upper body the same. Move the legs back to center. And you'll bend the knees. And you can take the knees a little wider apart maybe and windshield wipe the legs side to side. Little rocking through the pelvis and tops of the thighs. It's fine if one side of the pelvis kind of peels up off the mat. You can also try to keep both hip bones on the mat, see what happens, and it gets more into the hips. And bring it back to center, walk the knees back closer together, release the feet to the floor, come up onto the forearms for Sphinx pose. And this can be a little like rocking or moving side to side, or tractioning, like pulling with the forearms, or it can just be kind of hanging out. And for me, in my lower back, sometimes I like to press the pubic bone down and try and pull the low belly up off the mat to lengthen the lower spine, to strengthen the core. And let it soften, just kind of be at play right here a little bit. Just take a couple more breaths. Good, Carol, nice. Good, and then you'll lower it down. So take the elbows out again, and then you're gonna bring the feet to the right. So feet will go to the, or whatever, whichever side, to the right again. And then you're gonna come back up into Sphinx with both legs to the right. So try to bring that left foot to the right to both legs, yep. So they're a little bit to the side, so it's a slightly different feeling. Good, and then you'll lower it down. You can take the elbows out, bring the legs to the other side, and then elbows in, come up onto the forearms. I have like, I'm stuck on that left and it's hard. This side's harder or weirder. I don't know why. Good, and then lower down, elbows out wide, bring it back to center. And then this time slide the right knee out to the right. Yep, and then you can turn your left cheek to the floor. And then if you'd like a little bit of a challenge here, you can flex the right foot and you try and pivot the foot towards the ceiling, keeping the knee on the ground. You can go up and down a couple times, maybe 4 or 5 times. You try and get that whole shin and ankle up off the ground. So it's pivoting from the hip. If you feel it in the knee, then don't do that. It's a little strange. Kind of lift the foot up, lift the lower leg up, but keep the knee down. Good job. And then let it rest. Take a breath. And then you'll slide the right leg back. And as you feel ready, slide the left leg out to the left. You can turn your right cheek to the floor, looking left. And if you want that little challenge, the hip mobility work, you keep the knee and thigh down. I just pivot the foot and ankle up, lower limb lifts. Good. Try for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Take a breath. And then gently slide that left leg back alongside the right. Bend both knees again. You could take the knees wide and windshield wipe the legs. Just easy side to side. Good, and then bring it to center and knees back together, feet down. Bring your hands under your shoulders and press up to tabletop. Press up to hands and knees. We'll move through some cow and cat stretches. So tilting the tail down, arching the back, and then tilting the tail up and dropping the belly down, chest rising. You can go back and forth. If you find a spot that you want to stay. If anything feels too extreme, don't go so big. It can be tiny movement. And then come to neutral. Bring the knees a little closer together. And then bring the right knee in towards the chest and around to the right and a big circle. So you're drawing that right knee in a big circle. 2, 3, we're gonna do 5, 4, 5, and then set the right knee down and switch legs. Left knee comes in and around. 5, 4, 3, 2, it's just as much about the right leg as the left. 1, and then set it down. Stretch the right leg behind you, straight back, and curl it straight in, knee to nose. Take it back and in. 2, take it back, curl it in. 3, inhale, stretch it back, exhale, curl it in. 4, stretch it back. This time you'll curl it in and set the right foot where the right hand is. And then bring your hands up to your right leg. Good. And then take your left arm up. So you're at 90 degrees. You're not leaning forward or back. Left arm up. And you'll right forearm to the top of the right thigh. Give a little lean to the right. So you're opening up that left hip flexor. Lengthen the tailbone towards the ground, like there's a little weight pulling the tail down. And lengthen that left side body a little bit more. Good, and then you'll come on up. We'll bring the hands back to the mat and the right knee back next to the left. And then all fours, stretch the left leg back, inhale. We have the knee to the nose, little curl in. Push the floor away, curl it in, 5. Stretch it back, curl it in, 4. We're warming up the hip flexor and psoas, 3 in the core. Inhale, exhale, curl 2. And then on the last one, you'll step the left foot all the way up to where the left hand is or help it there. And then bring your left forearm to the left thigh, right arm up, and that little lean left. So pressing the hips kind of forward, tail down. Pull the shoulders straight back. Yep, so it's opening up and lengthening that right side. Try not to lean too much into the forearm. It could press down, but you're not leaning on it. Good job. And then bring your hands back to the mat. We'll come back to all fours. Okay, we have one more. You'll bring your hands a little closer together. So maybe even thumb tips to touch. It's a little bit of balance. You'll take the right leg behind you, stretch it back. And then you're going to swing it around to the outside of the right hand. Step it forward. Good. And then twist to the right. Right arm will go up. And then bring it down. Thumb tips touch. Bring the right knee back. Left leg stretches back. And then swings around to the outside of the pinky somewhere. Good. Open to the left. Twist left arm to the sky. Bring the left hand down and bring it back. We'll do that again. Right leg back and then bring it around. So knee comes towards the shoulder and then the foot lands. Twist to the right. Open. Right hand down. Right knee back. Good. That's a little core to bring it back. Left leg back. Step it forward to the outside of the left hand. Twist open to the left. Bring the left hand down. And then pick the foot up, knee back. Last one. Right leg goes back. Bring it forward. Twist to the right. Set it down. Bring it back. Last one. Left leg back. Inhale. Exhale. Step it forward. Inhale. Twist to the left. Exhale. Hand down. Bring that left leg back. We'll sit back into child's pose, knees wide, big toes touch, arms can extend but relaxed. And then lift up partway in child's pose and slide the right arm underneath you for a thread the needle, a little twist. In child's pose. And then we'll switch. So bring the right arm out, slide the left arm under, and that little thoracic twist. Good, and then bring it back. And you'll come back up to hands and knees to tabletop, tuck the toes under. We'll lift up to downward facing dog. Have it bent knee or straight legs. You can sway side to side or pedal the legs out, stretching into the calves, backs of the legs. Good, and then as you're ready, you'll walk your feet towards your hands or to the middle of the mat is fine too, coming into ragdoll. An easy forward fold, a soft bend in the knees, letting Gravity help open up the shoulders, the neck, the low back. And release your hands to the floor and then bring your hands to your hips and you'll come up to stand. Good. And then right here, bring your feet together so the big toes touch, your heels are an inch apart. Stretch the arms up overhead. Turn the right palm to the right and circle the wrist and go to the left. Yep, so you get an opening across the right side of the body. Come to center and switch, left palm left, circle the wrist with the right index finger and thumb, stretch over to the right, opening the left side of the body. Back to center, reach right up the midline. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and then open the arms and swan dive forward, bending the knees as much as you need. Halfway lift, bring the hands to the shins, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward, drop the head. You reverse swan dive, arms go out to the sides, circling all the way up, and then bring your hands together at your heart. Good, drop the arms down, big circle, sweep the arms up, inhale. Open the arms wide, swan dive, open the chest, bend the knees, fold forward. Halfway lift, bring the hands to the front of the shins and the chest wall forward. Exhale, bow forward, get a little more space in the back. Reverse swan dive, inhale, arms go to the side, all the way up to the top, and then draw the hands down to the heart. One more time, arms go down, big circle, reach up. Open the arms, exhale, swan dive, lead with the heart, bend the knees a little bit. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shins, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, rise like a reverse swan dive, come all the way up. And then bring your hands down to the heart. Good, and then arms by your side. You'll bring the left hand to the left hip for standing leg raise. If you want to hold on to a wall, you can. Get some help for support for balance. So you'll lift the right knee up and catch it in the right hand. And draw the shoulders back, root down through that left foot. Good, and then you'll open the knee to the right and the left arm will reach to the left. Lift the crown of the head even taller and breathe here. Good, Michelle. And then bring it back to the center line and set the right foot down next to the left, mountain pose. The right hand to right hip, you'll lift the left knee and catch it in the left hand. You'll grow deep roots into the standing leg, lift through the crown of the head. And then open the left knee left, reach the right arm right. Balance. Balance is the balancing act of effort and ease, of strength and softness. The harder side. Come back to center. Set the left foot next to the right, arms down. Slide the right leg behind you for airplane. So you'll hinge from the top of that left thigh. And it can be a tiny hinge, even with the right big toe staying on the ground, possibly. Or you start to float the leg up and just coming forward, wherever you want to come, wherever you can. This one's a great strengthener for the backside of the body. Root down through the left foot, lengthen the spine forward, pull the fingertips backwards, breathing. And come on up to stand, plant the feet, sweep the arms up, press the hip bones forward a bit, and then bring your hands to your heart, arms by your side, airplane other leg, left leg comes back, pull the shoulders back, hinge forward to wherever you can. Find a spot for your gaze to rest, your eyes. You hinge a little farther. Lengthening the sides of the body. Good, Carol. Squeeze that left leg. You're strengthening glutes, which also really helps with lower back. Strengthening the muscles in the back. Go to where you can go. Listen to your body. And then rise up, feet down, arms up, big breath in. And hands to heart center for a tree, right foot to left leg. It can go above or below the knee, but somewhere on the inseam of that left thigh or leg. And then as you're ready, you'll stretch the arms up. Being intentional. You create your solid foundation, which includes the breath. One more breath here. Got it. And then returning to mountain pose. And when you're ready, you'll come to the other side, left foot to the inseam of the right leg. Go above the knee or below the knee. Finding your center, your roots, your patience, your presence. You can stretch the arms up if and when you like. Yeah, what qualities of a tree do you want to embody right here? And then returning to mountain pose, coming back to the front of your mat, just standing on your 2 feet. Just notice your breath for a moment. We'll flow through a sun salutation here. So inhale, go ahead and sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward or swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. And step it back to high plank or to tabletop. And lower yourself carefully. You can go halfway to the floor or all the way. Press up to cobra or upward facing dog, back strengthener. And press back to downward facing dog or child's pose. From here, you'll stretch your right leg behind you. Just a big breath in. And then step the right foot forward to the right hand. Keep the left heel lifted. Let's come up to crescent lunge or knee on the ground. It can be that too. Or foot flat, perfect. Stay there. Good. Breathe. Good. Bring your hands together at the heart and we'll twist to the right. So it could be an open twist, just turning the body to the right, maybe even opening the arms. Or you can bring the left elbow down to the right leg as you twist to get a little more leverage through the hands. So either one. Good, good, good. Breathing, wringing out. Nice. And then you'll come to warrior 2. Just take yourself up and around. Opening into warrior 2, right knee bent, right toes forward. And then side angle. Set the right forearm to the thigh and the left arm up towards the sky. Good. Let that left arm pull you up to stand. Bring your feet to parallel. Hands to the hips. Lift up into the chest. And hinge forward into that straddle forward fold. The hands can be on the ground or blocks or holding a bar near the bar. If your hands are on the ground, you want a gentle press down into the hands to get a little more length out of the spine, a little more hinge from the top of the thighs. The pelvis tilting forward. And then you'll lift up to a flat back and just walk yourself around to the right foot. Turn the right toes forward and you'll step it back to tabletop or high plank. Good, Carol. It's fine to set the knees down. And then lower, low plank or chaturanga, low push-up, upward dog or cobra, the downward facing dog. Or child's pose. Take a couple breaths. Your next inhale, stretch the left leg behind you and step it through. Crescent lunge or warrior. If you want that back foot flat, that's fine. Or stay on the ball of the foot, or knee can be on the ground. Good, eyes on the horizon. Feel that big stretch through the right hip flexors. And we'll take a twist. So hands to heart. You can even twist upright here, or you can hinge forward, right elbow to left thigh, or forearm to thigh. Good, good, good. So get some leverage. You press against the leg that's on the thigh, or if you're upright, kind of turning from the deep core muscles and breathing. Good, and then warrior two, you'll come all the way up and around. If you lose the pose, it's okay, just reset. Left toes forward, bend the left knee, turn the left toes forward, more good. And then left forearm to thigh, right arm to the sky, that extended side angle. Gently, gently nudging the left knee left. I was like, that's not looking good. Good, keep nudging that left knee left, opening up the chest, good, Pam. Breathing in, breathing out, feeling into your body here. Let that right arm just pull you to stand. Bring your feet to parallel, hands to the hips. Again, lift up into the chest and bow forward, hinging from the top of the thighs. Bring your hands to the floor, maybe press the palms down, lengthen the crown of the head. Then lift to a flat back. Bring your hands to your hips. Oh, not true. Lift to a flat back. Walk it around to the left foot, however you want to get there. High plank or tabletop. Low plank or lower to the ground. Cobra or upward facing dog. Nice. Opening up the belly, front of the body, and then press back to downward dog or child's pose if that's where you want to be. We'll lift the right leg to the sky again, big breath in. Step or help the right foot forward. Come right to warrior two this time. Left foot flat, coming up and around. And then triangle, straighten the right leg. And reach to the right, pressing the hips left. And then allow the right hand to drop down, left arm to open up. 2 more breaths. We root down through the feet to open up across the chest. Then let that left arm pull you to stand. Feet to parallel again. This time interlace your hands at your back. Lift the chest and bow forward. That wide leg or more forgiving forward fold. Get some length in the back. A little rinse through the shoulders. Good. Release the hands to the mat. You'll lift to a flat back. Now bring the hands to the hips. Come up to stand. Right toes turn forward for pyramid or hamstring stretch. You'll step the left foot in and up slightly. Square the hips towards that right leg and fold forward over it. Your hands can rest on your shin or fingertips to the floor or a block. Good, Linda. Good, Michelle. I'm going to pull the right hip back, lengthen through the spine. We'll bend the right knee and you'll step back, high plank or tabletop. And the elbows, lower yourself carefully. Upward dog or cobra, nice easy back bend. Let it feel good. And downward facing dog, press back or child's pose. With the left leg up and back, this is the last of the standing poses. Good, step it forward. Warrior 2. Come right up into that warrior 2. And then triangle, straighten the left leg, press the hips right, stretch the body to the left, and then let the left hand come down for support on your leg or a block. Good, exactly. And open up through the chest and breathe here. Taking up some space. I always imagine the great pyramids when I'm in triangle, just the strength and power, sheer presence of that shape. And soften that left knee a little, bend it, let the right arm pull you up, bring your feet to parallel. Any arms if you want to take another clasp behind the back or hands on the hips is fine. Folding forward. That forward folds help you shift perspective, seeing the world from upside down. Release the hands, let them just pause. Good, bring your hands to your hips, come on up to stand, nice job. Turn the left toes forward, step the right foot in and up slightly, square the hips over that left leg, and then fold forward. So you can bend the knee, you can bring your hands to blocks or your shin or to the floor. Listening to your body, let your body be the guide. No, there's really no right pose. There's just where you are. Good, and then bend the knee, plant the palms, step back, high plank or tabletop and pause. And then just lower yourself all the way down onto your belly again, just like we began. You can make a pillow out of the arms, rest your forehead, or any other position that's comfortable. It could be a cheek to a side. From here, you'll bring your arms down alongside the body with the palms facing down. You'll look down. And then on your inhale, you'll go ahead and lift up. You can lift the legs only, or legs and arms, or arms only. So it doesn't have to be both ends, but it can be. So strengthening and toning that lower body, lower back. And then release down. You can turn the backs of the hands to the ground, maybe a cheek to a side, let the shoulders relax, let the legs relax. We'll do that again. So look down, turn your palms to face down, stretch through the legs, and then inhale and lift up. Maybe both ends, or just the legs, or just the arms. Lift the shoulders up towards the ceiling if the arms are up. Even if they aren't, lift the shoulders up towards the ceiling. Maybe take the legs a little higher, working the glutes a little more. And then lower down, backs of the hands to the ground, other cheek to the floor, and rest. Good, and then right here, you'll bring the arms. Let's not worry about the arms right now. So take the right knee out to the right. So this one's a little twist. So we did this before, right knee to the right. And then you're gonna bring the left arm underneath your body. So right palm flat, and it's like a thread the needle. Left arm goes under, perfect. And then you're gonna scoot over to the right side of the mat a bit, and then roll onto your back. So the right knee is to the left. Try to get both shoulders to the ground. If you want to hold on to the left knee with the right hand, that's a possibility. The right knee with the left hand, did I say that? I think I said the opposite. Right knee with left hand. Take some slow, deep breaths all along that right side of the body. All right, you'll slowly and gently come back onto your belly. Roll back over, slide the right leg out alongside the left. We'll probably have to scoot back to the middle of your mat. And then we'll try the other side. So left knee slides to the left palm flat. Take that right arm under the body and scoot to the left. And then roll onto your back. And you can hold on to the left knee with the right hand. Try to get both shoulders on the floor. It might mean scooting the body more to the right. Sometimes I play with extending that right leg out long on the floor, like bringing some muscle to bone connection in that right leg, the long leg. Or I'll press that left hip away from me to get some traction. Or you can just totally relax in the shape. You'll do nothing but be here in this shape. And from here, instead of rolling onto the belly, you're just going to stay on your back. So bring your feet to the floor, scoot your hips to the center line, and pause. And then you're just going to bring your hands to the tops of your thighs, and you're going to gently press the thigh bones away from you, so creating some traction, and release. And you'll do that 10 times. So press and release. And it can be slow, just a slow pulsing press and release. So you're trying to create traction and then let it relax. Do that a couple more times. If you'd like to just press and hold at any time, you can press and hold. Or keep pressing and releasing, trying to create that little traction. So you're way up at the top of the thighs, or the thighs meet the pelvis. We'll gently let that release. Let the knees knock together and pause. Good, and then separate the knees, and then you're gonna pick the legs up till the shins are parallel to the floor. So bring the legs parallel to the floor. And then I want you to press the lower ribs down to the mat, like you're sealing up the space at the lower spine to the mat. And then bring your hands to your thighs again and gently press. Press your thighs into your hands into your thighs. So Linda, bend the knees and bring the, I know you're ringing again.
No matter what I do.
It's so funny. Okay, so bring your shins parallel to the floor. So pick your feet up, but bend the knees. Oh, bend the knees right there. Then press your hands into your thighs into the hands. So it's some core work. It's okay. Breathe, breathe. If you need to answer it, it's okay too. Okay, last 3. Pull the rib cage down, 2. And 1. Let that release. Set the feet down. You can even windshield wipe the legs right to left. Good, and then come back to center. We're gonna do that again. So pick the feet up, shins parallel to the floor, and knees right above the hips. Seal the rib cage to the mat, hold. But now, instead of both hands to both thighs, you'll bring your right hand to the front of your thigh and the left hand to the back of the left thigh. And then press the thighs into the hands. So one's pressing away from you, one's pressing towards you, and provide resistance. For 3, hold it. 2, pull the ribs down, and 1, and then switch. Right hand to the back of the right leg, left hand to the front of the left leg, and press the legs into the hands. Pull the rib cage to the mat and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Give a little rock side to side. Did everyone feel that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good. And then hold a knee in each hand. This is another one for the brain. And you're going to do circles in opposite directions. So the right knee goes in, left knee goes away. They go around and they come back to center. So you're circling the knees in opposite directions, if you can figure it out. Good. Good. Switch the direction. If you can figure that out. Good. Nice, Carol. Go ahead, take both knees and just open them out wide for a moment. Little rock side to side, opening up those inner thighs. And draw the knees back into the chest. And set the left foot flat for reclined pigeon. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Pick the left foot up off the ground and release your hands somewhere on that left leg. Or you can cradle the right leg. Maybe you rock a little bit here or rotate the ankles, or maybe you're just nice and still. Couple more breaths here. The shape on this leg. And then you'll just release that to keep the legs as they are, set the left foot down, and then take the knees to the left for that reclined double pigeon. You might hold on to the left ankle with the left hand, or right ankle, left hand. You can also, with your right hand, gently press the right thigh away from you, like that tractioning that we did with the feet flat. But you don't have to. You can just relax in this shape also. And slowly and gently come back onto your back. Take your time, uncross your ankle and pause right there. You might do some little pelvic tilts or rocks. And then as you're ready, you'll come into reclined pigeon with the left ankle over the right thigh. Pick the right foot up. If you like, you don't have to, just even put on the floor, you're getting a nice gentle stretch. You can rotate the ankles or rock a bit side to side. That's my phone. Day. And then reclined double pigeon. So release the right foot to the floor, take the knees to the right. You can hold on to the left ankle if you like. Breathing here. Gently coming back on your back, or either hips on a block or legs up a wall, or happy baby. So you can bring your hands under your hips and take your legs to the sky for that easy inversion, or place a block under the hips, or happy baby. Good. Take several deep breaths right here. If there's some other pose that your body is craving instead, that's fine too. And then from here, as you feel ready, you'll make your way into rest, into Shavasana. If you want to rest with the legs up the wall or wherever you are, that's just absolutely fine. Gently begin to bring your awareness back to your breath. You can move your fingers or wiggle your toes. Just waking up your body. As you feel ready, you'll bend your knees and roll to a comfortable side. And then gently make your way up to a seated posture. You can turn back around if you're facing the wrong way. Bring your hands together and just give them a little rub. Just rub the hands, getting a little bit of energy. And then palms into prayer right at your heart center. Lift your thumbs to your forehead center. Namaste. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, thank you.
Sorry about that.
It's okay, don't worry about, mine rang too.
Well, you know, I think the last time I was completely deaf